Welcome back, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today we're diving deep into the exciting world of one penny, small in size, but potentially huge in value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, you'll want to stick around as we reveal the top 6 most valuable one pennies British coins, based on rare dates, unique mint marks, and high-demand conditions that make these tiny treasures worth big money in the collector's market today. Let's explore the hidden gems that could be sitting in your old coin jar right now. If you happen to come across a 1917 one-penny coin bearing the inscription Georgiev's V-Day Gr. Brit. OMN. Rex FID. Def. IND. IMP. You could be holding a treasure that could flip your fortune overnight. This is not just a piece of old British currency. It's a potential goldmine for collectors and investors alike. Many people unknowingly trade or spend this coin at face value, unaware that its true worth can reach into the hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on its condition, minting quality, and rarity. The historical value of this coin, combined with its scarcity in pristine condition, makes it a highly sought-after item in the numismatic world. Struck during the reign of King George V, the 1917 penny reflects the chaos and resilience of the First World War era. Coins minted in this year often show signs of rushed production and varying quality due to wartime demands. However, it is precisely these inconsistencies that make certain variations exceptionally rare and valuable. If your 1917 penny has distinct features like a sharply defined portrait of George V, a perfectly centered strike, or minimal wear and tear, you might be in possession of a collector's dream. A well-preserved version of this coin has the power to stun auction houses and private collectors alike with sky-high price tags. The historical context of the 1917 penny is equally compelling. Issued during one of the most turbulent periods in modern history, this coin witnessed the impact of global conflict and economic strain. Its composition, typically 95% copper, with traces of tin and zinc, was dictated by material shortages during the war. Because of the harsh conditions and limited resources, many 1917 pennies did not survive in excellent condition. This scarcity of high-grade specimens makes mint state or uncirculated examples exponentially more valuable and sought after in today's collector's market. The true gems among 1917 pennies are the ones with errors or unusual mint marks, which are extremely rare and can skyrocket the coin's value. Some of these errors include double striking, off-center stamping, or variations in the edge and rim design. These kinds of minting anomalies are what make coin collectors go wild. If you spot anything strange or irregular on your 1917 penny, do not dismiss it. This could be the jackpot moment that changes your financial destiny overnight. Coins with these rare minting mistakes have fetched mind-blowing sums in auctions across the globe. Condition is everything in the world of rare coins, and the 1917 George V penny is no exception. If your coin boasts a lustrous shine, detailed engravings, and minimal handling marks, it could be categorized as uncirculated or mint state by grading agencies like NGC or PCGS. These top-tier coins often sell for well over $1,000 and sometimes reach several times that amount if the demand is right. It's not just about age. It's about how well the coin has survived the test of time. That makes owning a top-condition 1917 penny akin to holding onto a piece of time-locked treasure. Even lower-grade 1917 pennies shouldn't be discarded casually. Coins with moderate wear, clear date stamps, and legible legends still retain substantial collector value, especially if they have a beautiful natural patina. Enthusiasts across Europe, Australia, and North America are always on the hunt for authentic British war-era pennies, making this a seller's market if you own one. Selling such a coin cheaply or without proper evaluation is like giving away a winning lottery ticket. Before you let it go, be sure to have it appraised by a trusted numismatic expert. What makes this coin even more special is its connection to everyday history. It passed through the hands of soldiers, merchants, mothers, and factory workers during a time when the world was on edge. Owning one of these pennies is like holding a slice of real human history, making it even more appealing to passionate collectors. The emotional and historical weight adds intangible value, which often pushes up auction bids as stories behind the coin are uncovered and cherished. Online marketplaces and auction sites have recently seen a surge in demand for 1917 pennies. Prices are climbing fast, especially for coins with documentation or grading certificates. A verified coin can attract bidders from around the world, multiplying its value overnight. This rising trend isn't just a fluke, it's a reflection of renewed interest in early 20th century coins as tangible investments. The 1917 penny is becoming a hot commodity, not just for its history, but for its financial potential as a portable piece of wealth. If you're lucky enough to own a 1917 George V penny, you owe it to yourself to have it carefully examined and graded. Don't let ignorance cost you a fortune. Many people have unknowingly given away or spent coins like this, not realizing the life-changing amounts they could have earned. Don't make that mistake. With the right knowledge and the right buyer, your single coin could bring you more money than a full-time job pays in months. Take it seriously, because your next big break might already be sitting in your pocket or drawer. In today's world of instant gratification and quick cash schemes, few opportunities are as real and powerful as discovering a rare coin like the 1917 George V penny. This isn't just a collector's item, it's a sleeping fortune, quietly waiting to reward those who recognize its value. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just stumbled upon this coin by accident, now is the time to act. Have it evaluated, learn its story, and understand its worth. Because one penny, just one, could turn your life upside down in the best way imaginable. Next up, imagine stumbling upon a small, worn-out coin in your attic or tucked away in an old drawer, just an ordinary 1921 penny with the inscription, Georges V. de Gr. Brit. Oemen, Rex Fid. Def. Ind. Hampi. But what if I told you that this seemingly humble coin could be the golden ticket to your financial freedom? This isn't just an old penny, it's a hidden treasure with history, rarity, and value that can shock even the most seasoned collectors. This coin, minted during the reign of King George V, has become a prized possession in the numismatic world, and its rising demand in today's market is nothing short of astonishing. The 1920 George V one penny might appear common at first glance, but the secret lies in the transition in metal composition during that year. Earlier pennies were struck in high-quality bronze, but in 1920, due to rising costs, the Royal Mint started shifting to a new alloy. That makes some 1920 pennies incredibly rare, especially those with specific striking errors or struck on bronze blanks instead of the new alloy. These accidental survivors are like hidden gems that slipped through the cracks of time. If you hold such a coin, you're literally holding a mistake that could be worth thousands. Many 1920 George V pennies bear signs of misstrikes, off-center errors, or rare mint variations. Some of these error coins are so extremely scarce that only a handful exist today, and when they do appear in auctions, the bidding war is intense. Collectors from across the world know the value of these coins and are willing to pay top dollar to own one. Imagine having one of these pieces in your hand, a coin that could fetch anywhere from $1,000 to over $10,000 depending on its condition and rarity. It's not just a penny anymore, it's a fortune in disguise. What makes the 1920 penny even more desirable is the unique design that showcases the powerful image of King George V, a monarch whose rule oversaw immense global changes. The coins from his era are historically significant, and that adds a premium to their price. Combined with the rarity factor, the coin becomes a perfect storm of value: age, metal shift, design, errors, and historical importance. This kind of combination is exactly what serious collectors crave and what casual coin holders often overlook. You may be thinking, surely, a coin this old is rare anyway. But here's the truth. Millions of these were minted, but only a tiny fraction survive today in uncirculated or fine condition. Most have been worn down, corroded, or damaged over the decades, making the well-preserved ones incredibly valuable. And when you throw in a mint error or metal variation, you're no longer dealing with a penny, you're dealing with a treasure chest in the palm of your hand. The condition, the error, the origin, each of these elements can multiply the coin's value exponentially. There are even reports of certain 1920 pennies being struck at the Heaton Mint, marked with an H, or the King's Norton Mint, marked with KN, which adds a whole new layer of rarity. If you've got a 1920 penny, look closely for these tiny marks, because even a small letter could mean thousands of extra dollars in your bank account. Collectors aggressively hunt for these submint varieties, and auction houses light up the moment they appear on the bidding list. This is why so many people are turning to their old coin jars. They know there's a chance of discovering a miracle among the metal. The international market for rare coins has exploded in recent years, with buyers in the United States, Australia, Canada, and Europe all vying for pieces like the 1920 George V penny. Coins in exceptional grade, especially those graded by NGC or PCGS, are pulling record-breaking prices, and their value keeps climbing as more collectors enter the scene. Even dealers are scrambling to secure these coins, knowing the next one might be the jackpot they've been waiting for. It's a seller's market, and if you own this penny, the time to act is now. Imagine posting a photo of your 1920 penny online and getting offers within hours. That's the reality for those who own the right variation. With social media and online auctions, this market is more connected than ever, and news of rare finds spreads like wildfire. Stories of everyday people selling their dusty old coins for life-changing amounts are becoming more and more common. You could be next. All it takes is one lucky penny, the right year, the right mint, and the right condition, and your entire financial future could shift overnight. So before you toss that old George V penny back into a jar or sell it cheap to a pawn shop, think again. That small coin could be your golden goose, your lottery win, your miracle waiting to happen. If you've got a 1921 penny coin in your possession, especially one with no wear or a rare mint mark, get it professionally appraised immediately. It might just be the smartest and most profitable decision you ever make. Because in the world of coin collecting, the line between pocket change and wealth beyond imagination is thinner than you think, and this 1920 penny proves it. Next up, the 1929 one-penny coin bearing the inscription Georgievs V Day Gr. Brit. OMN. Rex FID. Def. IND. IMP. Is not just an old piece of copper, it's a hidden treasure that has the power to transform your life. This unassuming coin, often tucked away in old drawers or buried in forgotten collections, can be a gold mine in disguise. If you come across a 1929 penny, don't rush to spend it or sell it cheaply. You could be holding a rare and powerful artifact from a royal era that collectors are desperately chasing after. It's not just a penny, it's a portal to sudden wealth. What makes the 1929 penny so special isn't just its age. This was a time when the British Empire was still vast, and every coin was a statement of royal prestige and industrial might. Under the reign of King George V, the royal mint struck millions of coins, but few have survived in pristine condition. Especially with the 1929 edition, clean examples with clear features, full rims, and high detail fetch massive sums at auction. The combination of rarity, royal legacy, and collector demand makes this coin a ticking time bomb of value, just waiting to explode in your hands. The real magic lies in the details. A genuine 1929 penny in excellent condition, with a strong strike and minimal wear, can sell for hundreds to even thousands of dollars, especially when authenticated and graded by experts. That may seem hard to believe, but auction houses and private collectors have consistently paid jaw-dropping prices for these coins, especially if they have historical anomalies like die errors, off-center strikes, or proof-like finishes. These small differences can turn an ordinary old penny into a jaw-dropping jackpot. And let's not forget the emotional pull of such a coin. Collectors are not just buying metal, they're buying a piece of history, a tangible link to the days of the Great Depression, the royal mint's craftsmanship, and a monarch who shaped a global empire. Owning a 1929 penny is like holding a forgotten fragment of a royal legacy in your palm. And when someone wants to own that fragment, they're often willing to pay handsomely for it. This is not just coin collecting, it's treasure hunting with real-world rewards. Surprisingly, many people who own a 1929 penny don't even realize its value. They dismiss it as old pocket change, not knowing they could be sitting on a life-changing asset. If you find one in your family's belongings or tucked inside an inherited coin album, do not sell it casually. Get it appraised, get it graded, and get ready, because this coin has the potential to make you rich overnight. A single high-grade piece can cover major life expenses, tuition, debt, even a down payment on a house. Even in lower grades, this coin holds substantial value. Heavily circulated versions of the 1929 penny can still command decent prices, especially if they retain strong details and haven't been cleaned or damaged. Remember, authenticity and originality are everything. Avoid polishing it or trying to improve its appearance. It could cost you thousands in lost collector value. True collectors seek that aged, untouched charm, the honest wear of a coin that has traveled through history. Some extremely rare varieties of the 1929 penny are known to exist. These include examples with slight die shifts, planchet flaws, or minting inconsistencies. These rare variants are highly prized and can send your coin's value through the roof. In numismatic circles, even a minor die error can multiply the worth of a coin by tenfold. If you're lucky enough to own one of these, you are no longer just a coin holder, you are a fortune keeper. And fortune favors those who recognize what they hold before it's too late. So, why is there so much buzz around this coin now? The demand for historical British coins has surged globally. Collectors from the UK, Australia, Canada, and even the United States are fueling a booming market, hunting down rare King George V coins to complete their royal collections. Online auctions, collector forums, and rare coin expos are brimming with offers, and the prices keep climbing. In today's economy, tangible assets like rare coins are a safe haven, and the 1929 penny is shining brighter than ever. The beauty of the 1929 penny is that it might already be within your reach. It might be hiding in your attic, in an old box of keepsakes, or passed down through generations. It's not just old money, it's a royal relic with a future full of potential. As other collectibles rise and fall in popularity, this coin remains a steady performer in the rare coin market. Its legacy, historical context, and limited surviving population give it immense appeal. And with the right buyer, you're looking at serious wealth. Don't underestimate the power of this penny. This isn't fantasy, it's fact. A single 1929 George's V penny, especially in mint or near-mint condition, can truly change your fortune overnight. So check your coins, search your drawers, explore your old collections. Because one lucky discovery might not just add to your coin folder, it might launch you into a new financial reality. And when that day comes, you'll realize this humble little penny was worth far more than gold. Next up, if you have a 1935 George's V-Day GRA Brit 1 penny coin sitting in your collection, you could be unknowingly holding a hidden fortune in your hands. This coin, a masterpiece from the reign of King George V, is no ordinary copper piece. It's a window into the past, a relic of numismatic history, and in today's collector's market, it's a potential gold mine. With values soaring beyond expectations for rare variations, collectors are going wild over this particular year, and for good reason. If you own one, listen carefully because what seems like a simple old coin might just transform your bank account overnight. The 1935 penny is deceptively common at first glance, but its true power lies in its hidden rarities and condition-specific demand. During this time, millions were struck, but most were circulated heavily during pre-war Britain. What sets apart a few 1935 pennies from the rest is the mint brilliance, the strike clarity, and the rare specimen-grade coins which were never meant for public use. These were struck for VIPs, exhibitions, or collectors by the Royal Mint, and only a small handful have ever surfaced. If you're lucky enough to own one of these, your coin could be worth thousands of dollars right now, possibly tens of thousands if in pristine condition. The obverse of this coin carries the classic image of King George V, bearing the Latin inscription, George's V-Day GRA, Brit, OMN, Rex FID, Def, IND, IMP, a bold reminder of British power and monarchy in the interwar era. But it's not just the design that makes it special, it's the story behind it. This was the final full year of George V's reign before his death in 1936, making it historically significant and a key date for monarch collectors. Some historians even believe that specially minted versions of this coin were commissioned in smaller batches to mark the final piece before World War II storm. And here's where it gets even more thrilling. Some 1935 pennies have slight variations in lettering, spacing, and alignment, minute errors that are now being recognized as ultra-rare misstrikes. A small die crack here, a misaligned edge there. These minor flaws are major jackpots for collectors. Auction houses have reported 1935 George V pennies selling for several $1,000s when these errors are involved. One coin with a strong die clash recently went for over £5,000, and that was not even in mint state. Condition is everything in numismatics. A heavily worn 1935 penny might fetch a few dollars, but the same coin in mint state, especially graded MS65 or higher by PCGS or NGC, can easily explode in value. Collectors are especially aggressive for coins with original luster, crisp edges, and zero environmental damage. If you've preserved your coin in a dry, airtight space, you might be holding a small miracle. Every little detail, from the depth of Britannia's trident to the clean lines on the king's portrait, matters. One coin in immaculate proof-like condition even shocked experts when it sold for over $10,000 at a private auction. But perhaps the most exciting fact about this coin is how many people don't know what they have. These coins turn up in old biscuit tins, passed down through families, tucked in drawers, or buried in flea market boxes. People sell them off for pennies, not realizing that the right 1935 George V penny could be their lottery ticket. Every week, new stories emerge of collectors or everyday folks finding one and walking away with thousands. Don't be the one who trades it for spare change at a pawn shop. It could be your financial breakthrough. In recent years, the international coin market has seen explosive demand for British historical coins. Investors in the US, Australia, Canada, and Asia are hunting aggressively for well-preserved 1935 George V pennies. With geopolitical tensions and inflation on the rise, physical assets like rare coins are becoming prime targets for secure, tangible investments. The price of top-tier British pennies has more than tripled in just the last decade, and experts believe we're only at the beginning of another major boom. And if you have a proof strike or specimen coin, you're sitting on a collector's dream. These were never circulated, meant only for official purposes or diplomatic gifting. Only a handful exist in the world, and even fewer are available on the open market. One such coin surfaced at a Sotheby's auction and fetched an unbelievable sum close to $20,000, and that was years ago. Today, a top-grade version would spark a bidding war the moment it hits the auction floor. Don't let its humble appearance fool you. The 1935 George V penny is a wolf in sheep's clothing. Whether it's the standard strike with perfect preservation, an error coin with unique variations, or a one-in-a-million proof specimen, each version tells a powerful story and commands a powerful price. If you come across one, especially in good condition, don't let it go for cheap. Get it appraised, get it graded, and prepare for a financial surprise that could change your life overnight. So, before you toss that old copper penny aside, take a second look. That 1935 George V penny in your drawer could be your ticket to unexpected wealth. It's more than just a coin. It's history, it's art, and in today's market, it's money in disguise. Be smart, be curious, and most importantly, don't spend that coin until you know its real value. Because what's in your pocket might just be the most valuable penny you'll ever hold. Next up, the 1936 one-penny coin bearing the proud inscription, Georgives V. de Gr. Brit. Oemen, Rex Fid. Def. Ind. Imp. is far more than just a relic of Britain's royal past. It is a sleeping giant in the world of coin collecting, one that could turn an ordinary person into a millionaire overnight. With King George V's final year portrait gracing this historic coin, collectors from all over the world are constantly on the hunt for the rarest variations, especially those elusive proofs and error strike versions. If you happen to come across this coin in pristine or even moderately good condition, don't spend it carelessly, because what lies in your hand could be your ticket to financial freedom. This particular penny from 1936 marks the end of an era, as it was minted during the final year of King George V's reign before the throne passed to his son, Edward VIII. The coin is steeped in royal history, capturing the monarch's final chapter before the scandal of the abdication crisis shook the British Empire. Because of this transitional period, some special proof issues and limited runs were made, which today are so incredibly rare that coin auctions across the globe go into bidding frenzies whenever a high-grade example appears. These aren't just pennies, they're pieces of a vanishing past, and investors know it. Among the most valuable 1936 one-penny coins are those that were never intended for general circulation. These proof coins were struck to an extraordinarily high standard with a mirror-like finish, meant solely for VIPs or museums. Only a handful still exist today. These proofs, when certified and graded by professionals like PCGS or NGC, have fetched staggering prices, some climbing well into five-figure or even six-figure sums depending on condition and provenance. Imagine discovering such a treasure in an old drawer or inherited collection. Instant wealth, life transformed. What truly inflates the value of a 1936 penny, however, are the rare error coins. There are reports of misstrikes, double dies, and variations in the rim and lettering that only seasoned experts can detect. But once authenticated, these seemingly tiny flaws become gold mines. A coin with even a minor minting error can command prices that defy logic. Some collectors will stop at nothing to obtain one, driving auctions to unbelievable levels. It's not just a coin anymore. It's a competition, a collector's obsession, and a prize that only a few can claim. Another astonishing fact about the 1936 penny is its global demand. While minted in the United Kingdom, this coin circulates heavily among collectors in Australia, Canada, New Zealand, and even the United States. The Commonwealth connection and the universal respect for King George V's legacy make this coin highly sought after worldwide. Serious numismatists are constantly scanning markets and private collections for just one opportunity to own this gem. That kind of demand doesn't fade. It skyrockets over time, making this coin a true investment powerhouse. Don't be fooled by the coin's humble appearance. With its classic Britannia seated reverse and the stoic portrait of George V, it may look like any other old penny. But under the scrutiny of collectors, its historical weight, design precision, and scarcity push it into elite territory. Coins in mint state condition, especially those with original luster or brilliant uncirculated grading, are like striking oil in your coin box. They can sell for thousands, even tens of thousands, depending on the buyer and timing. The value just keeps increasing. The penny's legacy is further amplified by the mystery surrounding how many truly rare versions are still out there. Some collectors believe there are undiscovered proof coins resting quietly in forgotten safes, vintage desks, or old estates. This mystique drives a continuous wave of excitement and market speculation. People are actively searching garage sales, estate auctions, and antique shops with the hope of uncovering one. If you find one today, you're not just finding a coin, you're uncovering a myth, a fortune waiting to be claimed. In recent years, auction houses like Spink, Heritage, and even eBay sellers have reported record-breaking sales of 1936 pennies in exceptional grades. Private sales, which are rarely disclosed to the public, often involve jaw-dropping sums and confidential negotiations. This kind of buzz surrounding a single coin proves just how powerful numismatic investing can be. And the best part? Most people don't even realize the value of what they're holding in their hands. That's where opportunity hides, in plain sight. Collectors are urging the public to double-check their old boxes, coin jars, and inherited tins. If you come across a 1936 George V penny, do not sell it cheap. Do not toss it aside or give it away without verifying its grade, rarity, and possible errors. Reach out to coin experts, auction houses, or grading services, because your dusty, ignored old penny could be worth more than your car, your savings, or even your house. In today's market, this coin is not just currency, it's a gold mine. So before you ever spend a coin that reads, George's V Day GRA Brit Ormen Rex FID Def IND IMP 1936, stop and take a breath. That coin could very well be the key to changing your fortune overnight. It's not a myth, it's not an exaggeration. It's real, documented, and happening right now. Be the person who recognizes the treasure in their hands. The 1936 George V penny isn't just old money, it's life-changing money.